Hi. Okay, so I have your file over here on the right and the instruction file over here on the left. And I'm going to start with step 6, which is in G29. So the way I always like to think of this is, I break it down in pieces. Like sometimes it's just overwhelming to think about the whole thing. So I'm going to do the index and match first, make sure it's right, and then come back and put the if error in there. So your question was, do I always need to use a match with the index? So no, not really, but you have to have its location, the row or the column's location. For example, when we did the chapter walkthrough, there was one set of instructions, or maybe it was in the problem solve. I'm sorry, the music lesson one. Oh, that's this one. Oh, well, maybe this is it. Okay, so up above, hold on. Yeah, so for 1 hour. So on this one, let's look at I3 on student data. Let's make sure this is right. Okay, yeah, so you just automatically put the 2 in because the 2 represents the second column in this list, right? And we wanted to do it for 1 hour. But now the scenario is we want to look at what this price is based on their level of skill and the amount of time for their lessons. So both of these are variable. We don't know them. They're different for each student. So we have to do a match for both the column and the row. So let's go back and do that. So let me go back to 6 here. So I'm going to start off here by going to my formulas, and it is a lookup and reference. No, I'm sorry, it's logical. I was right the first time. Here's match. Okay, I probably could have went to recent, but okay. So for this, what is my lookup? I'm sorry, we don't want to do a match. We want to do a index. Okay, always pick the first one. So the array is where is this data that we're looking to find, right? And so that would be this lesson pricing. So I'm going to hit my F3 key. It's going to bring up my paste name box, and I'm just going to pick lesson pricing. Okay. So now within this lesson pricing, I need to say, well, what row do I go to and what column do I go to grab that piece of data? Well, I don't know it. I don't know because it's different for each student here, right? Here's an expert of a half an hour. Here's an advanced of 1.5 hours. Here's somebody with no skill level. Okay. So I have to embed a match in here to return what row this student is in and what column this student is the lessons. So I'm going to come up here to my, move this out of the way. I'm going to come up here and drop down this name box, and I'm going to try and find match. It takes me to the match function argument. So the lookup value is the skill level, because in our data table, that's what's at the column, right? You're trying to pick what the column is. The lookup array, then I'm going to go to data tables, and I'm going to select those 4, and I need to lock it in by making it an absolute reference. So